What is going on, guys? Today we are back with another very anticipated but also very controversial Halloween review. This is what was at the top of everyone's list as the most anticipated Halloween inflatable of the year that we knew about back when this one was officially unveiled as part of the whole at-home lineup sheet with, you know, all the rows of them. And that was at the bottom, and it was very blurry, but we could tell it was a pumpkin reaper, and we also could tell it was 20 feet tall. This is being sold for $200, $199.99 at home this year, of course. However, it's 18 feet, not 20 feet. Now, you could blame us for just automatically jumping to the conclusion that it was 20 feet. But no, At Home has been promoting it with all the store signs that they're putting up in the stores as part of the Halloween lineup. And on the website, I'm not sure if they've corrected it yet, it is listed as 20 feet. So that is false advertising. And this has been very controversial for a lot of different people. A lot of people, you know, it's still a great design, but I mean, 18 feet, that little difference, that it's 18 feet rather than 20 feet, that makes all the difference in the world, and it changes a lot of people's opinions on it. But no more wasted time. Let's go and get straight into the review because there's a lot to talk about with this guy, and start with the box design. So as you can see, this guy has the new at-home Halloween box art this year for the Jemmy inflatables. First things first, I don't know what it is about it, but I mean, it feels like the black top is like gone. It feels like it's very much a picture, you know, it doesn't feel like all the other just standard airborne inflatable box designs that we've been getting for the last 6 years now. But this does have the exclusively at home tag that they started doing last year, as well as an easy find number. This is number 26 out of the 36, HI 26. As you can see, nothing amazing about the box art. I do love the picture that they took of this guy. Actually, when you see the up close pictures, you couldn't really tell that this has the creepy cloth on his waist, but its official name is just Pumpkin Reaper. Here's the back. As you can see, it's just the at-home barcode. They stopped putting the prices on all of them. I guess it's like a marketing tactic, you know, make them get all the way into the line before they find out the price. But 2023 Jemmy, as you can see down there, there's the person compared to it. Absolutely huge. It is still huge. I mean, it is 18 feet, but I mean, you're paying that $200 for the novelty that it is 20 feet. It's part of the 20-foot line, and it's the same price as the 20-foot Frankenstein made by Airflows this year as well, and as well as the 20-foot Christmas ones. So that, I mean, instantly the price kind of is affected by it being shorter than we initially were anticipating it. But that's just the box art. There's nothing else amazing that jumps out at you about it. It's just the standard airborne inflatable box design, but those two at-home tags that they're doing now, very interesting. As you can see, colossal size down there. Not every inflatable obviously has that, but I know that the cat also does have that, the 12-foot crazy cat, which is very interesting. And I guess, yes, that does count as a huge inflatable. But that's just about it with the box design. Let's go and get straight into the unboxing. Something else I wanted to mention while we unbox it here is that the box is actually smaller than all the other colossals at home. It's like the box is shorter and it's more square rather than rectangle. Open it here. The tape is actually smooth and not all wrinkled. That's not something you see much anymore with Jemmy base fans. Let's go ahead and cut the tape here. There we go. Now this is actually the first colossal steak pack that I've gotten with this new bag, the new milky white bag. Pretty much the same thing. This does come with curly steaks too for the two bigger tether attachments at the bottom, which is nice. Standard instructions, nothing special. The new cord since 2021, and here's the actual inflatable in its bag. Let's go and get it out of the box and I'll show you guys the fan. This unfortunately does not have a tornado fan. This just has an 80, just like the pumpkin stack from last year, and is being brought back again this year. Actually, something interesting about the pumpkin stack this year is that the zipper on the back is actually black instead of the white ones from last year, which is interesting. But anyway, So as you can see, this is what I was talking about with these new, bigger tether attachments at the base. And then there's the zipper in the back here. There's two zippers, one on the back, obviously by the fan, and then there's one on the behind his his shoulders. And then here are these massive tether attachments on actually the front and the back, not on the sides of the base, which are definitely heavy duty. And as you can see, there's like, this is sewn very well. You can see all the rings around it, but unfortunately that is an 80. And from what I've heard, this does take about 2 minutes to inflate, but that's about it with the fan. Let's go ahead and get this guy inflated. Well, here he is inflated. Definitely first impressions are pretty mid, actually, because there are plenty of good points against it, you know, that go towards it, and then there's a couple bad things about it. But as you can see, it is huge. I mean, I hate that it's 18 feet. I know everyone will say the same thing, and we're really, you know, narking on this 18-foot thing. But, I mean, it missed the mark completely, where you're paying the $200 for the novelty of it being 20 feet and part of this 20-foot line. But 18 feet, it definitely feels out of place. This is the first 18-foot inflatable that's ever been sold at home. There's I don't have it staked down on the base, but there's the first tether attachment in the front, and then there's the other one in the back. Two zippers, as I mentioned earlier. This is the one down by the fan, and then the one on his back all the way up there that is really tiny. That's a very short zipper. The three tether attachments that are pretty thick, you know, like rather than the skinnier ones. There they are up there. I'm actually using the 20-foot Frankenstein's tethers on this, that very thick. They're like actual rope rather than this like woven thing that the ones that Jemmy does. There's the creepy cloth. That is essentially the only detail about this one. This has nothing special other than this. It's just essentially, best way I can put it to describe this one after first impressions is, if this was a run-of-the-mill 12-foot Pumpkin Reaper, this would be nothing to talk about. It'll just be, you know, dime a dozen. There's nothing special about it. No kaleidoscopes, no anything else. In fact, from what I've seen of it lit up at night, it looks like garbage. There's no lights in the hands or in the arms, so you can't even see them at night. But I think that because I'm going to have it around all these other ones that are all lit up, maybe you'll get to see it a little bit better. But also, since his face is yellow on orange, it just morphs together at night, and his face really isn't defined at night. It doesn't look good. But overall, I mean, that's first impressions. Nothing else to talk about with this guy. Get a walk around here. His face is also very cut off. It's not round. It's flat like that. As you can see, his face is like kind of like his hood is this triangle piece and his face is just slapped on it. It's not this round face at the front. There's his face up again, his two hands up there. I love that they did the kind of reaching thing rather than his arms being down to his side or something like that. But again, this is just a run-of-the-mill Pumpkin Reaper. The only thing that's special about it is its height. But that's pretty much the first impressions of this guy. Well, we've seen it during the day. Let's go ahead and get the night view. All right, let's go ahead and rate them. So design, I gotta go with an easy 6 out of 10. This is not the best Reaper design whatsoever. This is not the best Pumpkin Reaper they've ever made or anything like this. Strictly the only thing that's impressive about this and why it has that wow factor is strictly the height, because it's 18 feet. But again, just like I mentioned earlier, if you shrink this down to 12 feet, it's just a run-of-the-mill 12-foot Pumpkin Reaper. Nothing special about it whatsoever. But overall, 6 out of 10 for design. Quality, I gotta go with like a 5 out of 10 with quality. It's exactly that. It's 5 out of 10 right in the middle. It's nothing special. It works, I guess. I mean, the 80 inflates it okay, but the lighting is terrible. There should be 2 C7s, one in each arm, but overall terrible with design, because it's the bare minimum, and they could have put a little bit more effort as well. I mean, well, quality, never mind. Quality, not design. But also, the height does go with the quality portion of it, you know what I mean? Because they take this design and then they can make it as tall as they want or as short as they want, and they put the fan in it, put the C7s in it, whatever, the tether attachments. That has nothing to do with the design. So quality, for it being 18 feet, not 20 feet, again, I gotta go with like quality 5 out of 10, because that all factors into the same quality portion. So 6 out of 10 for design, 5 out of 10 for quality. Then there's price. Again, is 6 out of 10. Awful price. $200 for this. If I could fix their prices. Okay, so I just bought 3 base fans from At Home. I got this, the 12-foot Crazy Cat, the new recolor, and then the new recolored tree. The Crazy Cat's $170, and the 12-foot Haunted Tree is $150. Reviews to come of those shortly, by the way. But overall, I'd say the cat should be $150, as well as this Pumpkin Reaper. They should both be $150. And the 12-foot Haunted Tree, there's no reason it shouldn't be $100, if not less. But even at $100, that's giving them plenty of leeway. But overall, there's no reason for this to be $200. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you're paying $200 for the novelty that this is part of the 20-foot line. And this is not 20 feet, it's 18 feet, and it's a huge letdown. So definitely price goes with 6 out of 10. Overall, this is not the most amazing one out of all time. It's not the best colossal Halloween inflatable there's ever been. It's actually one of the worst, I'd say, because of just design and quality. There's nothing special about it. You know, there is no wow factor other than the height. So overall, I gotta give this guy 6 out of 10, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this is definitely a big letdown for a lot of people. I wouldn't say it's like the worst in the world. It's just, it's basic. There's nothing special about it, and for the price that you're paying for it, $200, you expect to get something out of it, you know what I mean? But overall, 6 out of 10 I think is very fair. It's a real rating. It's not just, you know, oh, instantly I love this guy, so I give it a 10 out of 10. I think that's very fair for a 6 out of 10. But overall, there's my thoughts on this guy. I love it. I mean, I love the concept, the 20-foot or colossal Pumpkin Reaper. But I hate the execution. I hate how they ended up executing this one and how it actually ended up on store shelves. But overall, there's my thoughts. Be sure to leave your comments down and below, and I can't wait to see what else I'm going to review next, other than the 2 other at-home ones I just mentioned. Stay tuned for those. But overall, there's my thoughts on the Inflatable Bastard. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.